Ladies and gentlemen, the following is another phenomenal episode of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. In one corner, the greatest thing on God's green earth. No, we're not talking about money, Mary Jane, or Popeye spinach. He is the tranquil dart of Ringside Society, Delaware's greatest American hero. And whenever he goes to Taco Bell, he asks for a chief burrito because he likes the combination of chicken and beef. He's Rob Bass, and you are not. And in the second corner, we have that ocean crossing, straight up Boston, flight catching, shot glass snatching. Where's he going next? Nobody knows. 3 continents down, 3 more to go. The worldwide star boy, Remy Blue. But it's not about us tonight. No, no, no. It's definitely not about us. You see, we have a young man here who is making a name for himself in pro wrestling. Let me back it up a bit. If you saw our season 5 premiere, we had a man by the name of Kiefer Bartek. That's right, the owner of New Texas Pro. And we asked him, we were like, Kiefer, who are some people from Texas you think we should have on the show? He said, Mysterious Q. Had him. He said, I believe he said Brian. No, who else did he say? I forgot who else he said. But he also mentioned Hyan. Not yet. I think we at this point we might have to actually talk to her agents about having her on the show because she's so busy. No slight Hyan, no slight at all. We understand how it is. But he mentioned a name by the name of Exodus Prime. I was like, yo, that is a kick-ass name. Let's get him on here. So with that being said, everybody, welcome to the show. A man who has wrestled opponents such as Edge Stone, Brian Keith, Jason Silver, Tommy Dreamer, and Wardlow. Recently made his AEW debut, and he's also a rapper. Everybody, welcome to the show, Exodus Prime.
Yes, sir.
Woo!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate that introduction, man. It's pretty dope.
No problem,
Appreciate
man.
that.
No problem, man. We appreciate you doing this for us, man. You know, what I mean, like I said, y'all the reason why we started this podcast, and we keep on doing what we do. So, yeah, man. How's everything in your neck of the woods, man? You're in Dallas, right?
Oh, yes, sir. I'm in North Dallas right now, man, and everything's good in my world, man. Happy, I'm healthy, wrestling. Can't ask for more, man.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's definitely what's up. I heard Dallas is, y'all, the whole of Texas, y'all got a whole like great like history with wrestling, man. And
Oh
one of
yeah.
these days I got to head back down there and actually check out some more wrestling. I was able to see some in Austin, but hopefully I get to go back down there and see some more, maybe in Houston, maybe in Dallas and all
Yes,
that.
sir. Yes, sir. Texas is a hotbed right now, and from West Texas to North Texas, South Texas, Central Texas, everywhere, man. Like anywhere you go in Texas, you can find wrestling.
Man, y'all are so hot right now with wrestling in Texas that our other co-host Kathy, who unfortunately couldn't be here tonight, or she might pop in later on. Just giving y'all a heads up. Those y'all watching, she might pop in. So if y'all see her, spontaneously come up, don't be surprised. That's how she is. But she actually drives 5 hours from where she is in Louisiana just to attend shows in Texas.
Oh
That's how much y'all got people hooked.
yeah, yeah, man. Like it's definitely a culture out here, man, and I'm glad that I'm able to be a part of it.
Yeah, man, and like I said, I've seen like some of your matches, and you've gone against some of Texas's best. You had
Yes,
Ed
sir.
Stone, you had Brian Keith, you had like I said, Jason Silver.
Yes,
You
sir.
had an appearance against Wardlow.
Yes,
I even heard
sir.
you beat Tommy Dreamer, so
Yep.
you're definitely on your way, man. You're definitely on your way.
Yes, sir. I said also beating David Richards. Um,
Okay,
I've
okay.
wrestled. Yes, sir. I man, I've had a lot of matches, man. But now, I've also been on Impact. I got to mix it up with I got to tag with JD Griffey, against Bullet Club members Chris Bay and Ace Austin. And that was around back in September. So last year was a pretty good year for me. I won my first world championship at MPX Wrestling.
Okay.
Um, I was one of the first graduates of DFW All Pro, which is my home promotion, DFW All Pro Wrestling slash VIP Wrestling, ran by Lou Gotti Sterritt, uh, otherwise known as Lamont Williams. But that's where I was trained from. But I was one of the first. I was the first um, graduate to simultaneously hold a NPX championship and the DFW All Pro championship at the same time, and I did that twice. So, um, and I did that last year, and actually the year before last too. So, but 2022 was a good year for me, man. I got a lot of exposure. I met a lot of good people. Had a lot of great matches. Like I said, I only missed 1 week of wrestling last year, and that was due to cancellation. So it was a pretty good year last year.
Man, I saw that mass exodus that you do. Woo, man, that's hot, man. I saw you hit that on Ed Stone. I
Yes,
was like,
sir.
yo, that brother dead. He ain't coming back. And I was like, wow. And
Yes,
then
sir.
I saw you were going for it again. And I guess he caught on and he got you the headbutt at the back of the head. But I
Yes,
think if he
sir.
hit that second one, it would have been a wrap for him.
Yeah, it would have been a wrap, man. That's why I have to go ahead and switch it up, man. Like I say, I don't even use that as the finisher no more. Now I use pretty much the Angel's Wings down, Christopher Daniels finisher. I love that finisher, man. I always loved it. So I kind of made that my finisher now. I call it the country code. So so once I learned that it wasn't putting people away no more, I had to go back to the lab and do something different. And it's been serving me well so far.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with having two finishes, man. I mean, hey,
Yes, sir.
there's several people in professional wrestling that have one, two, some even have three. So
Yes,
nothing
sir.
wrong.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I normally ask 99% of our guests on this show, how did you become a fan of professional wrestling? What was the match or the main event that you saw that made you start tuning in, day in and day out?
Yeah, so I grew up in a household full of people, and like my older cousins, I was kind of like whatever they was into, I got into it. So they pretty much got into wrestling before I did. I was younger than them, so I just kind of followed them. And I remember the first match I ever saw was the TLC match, the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, and Dudley Boys TLC match. Um, that was the first match I've ever saw. At least that's the earliest memory that I have. Um, and we got it for Christmas on a tape. It was a TLC tape just with that match. And it was like a documentary, talking about them talking about the match leading up to the match. And ever since then, man, like I was hooked. Like Jeff Hardy was my first favorite wrestler. Um, yeah, so like that's what really hooked me, man, was just the war they went through. And I think I was maybe how old when I saw that tape? Maybe 7 or 8, maybe a little bit younger than that. But yeah, man, that's what really got me hooked was just that TLC match.
Yeah, I tell you, the Hardys and those TLC matches, man. There's definitely something else.
Oh yes, sir.
Hardys were that one that I always watch. I always enjoyed watching, and I still enjoy watching to this day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And
So, did you ever
go ahead. I'm sorry.
go ahead, man? You got it.
No, I didn't have nothing to say. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, did you ever get to meet them in person, or you've only seen them on TV? Oh, wait, then again, you probably got to work with them, didn't you? Or at least I
Well,
think you did.
no, I've met him before. Like I said, I got to meet Matt Hardy backstage when I was at AEW. That was crazy. I also got to meet Bubba Ray at Impact. Haven't got to meet Jeff or Edge Christian, obviously, but no, but yeah, I've met him before, and like it's just one of those surreal things to where I always thought that if I was to ever meet these people, it would be as a fan. Like I never thought I would meet these people as a peer. You know what I mean? So that not only meeting them is surreal, but meeting them like as a wrestler is also surreal too.
Yeah, it definitely is. I could only imagine what was actually going through your mind. Just getting the opportunity to work at AEW and meeting these men that you grew up watching and that inspired you and so on. So speaking of inspired, how did your journey go from you know Exodus Prime the fan to now Exodus Prime the wrestler who is wrestling some of the big names in Texas and doing this thing on AEW and Impact?
Um, it was actually kind of a long journey, man. Because I was originally going to start shortly after I left college, um, but I ended up getting into a relationship, and I just kind of like put it out for a long time. And I was 21 at the time, so I didn't actually start training until I was 27. And it was kind of one of those things to where I was in my mid 20s. Um, I'm working, a job that I hate. Um, and I'm just kind of thinking about the future, like this is not what I want. So at the time I was about 240 pounds. So I told myself that if I couldn't lose like weight and commit to myself, then I know I can commit to like the total of wrestling. And so at the end of 2016, I ended up losing 50 pounds in 2 months. And that's what kind of kickstarted my fitness journey. And then that kind of just snowballed into me talking to my cousin one day. And he just told me, because one of my biggest reservations were whenever you would call a training school, like a training center or a school, they would never want to tell you the price. And that was always off putting to me. And another thing that used to stop me was the fact that anything that was longer than 20 minutes, like driving 20 minutes, was out of town to me by the way I was raised. So most of the training centers were like maybe 45 minutes to an hour away from me. And so I had a talk with my cousin who's an entrepreneur, and I was just kind of venting frustrations and just kind of like, laying out all my depression on him. And I just kind of told him about um, a training center that was near, but I was kind of concerned because I didn't want to pay the money. And he was like, well, when he asked me a question, he was like, well, what's, $50 or $100 to see if this is something that you really want to do? Like you spend $50 on video games, on fast food, and all this other stuff. What's $50 or $100 to see if this is something that you really want to do? And so when he said that to me, it kind of like lit a fire under me. And eventually I get short after the conversation, I get an ad on Facebook that there was a training center like that was moving literally 15 minutes away from where I was living, which happened to be DFW All Pro. And so I did the tryout that next week, and from then on there, I was just hooked, man. Like it was just once I did the tryout, once I stepped in the ring, I just kind of knew that wrestling was where I belonged and what was missing from my life.
Yeah, DFW. Y'all been trying out a lot of people. I know we had actually our second guest ever from season one. I don't know if you may have you may know of her or maybe you do. Angelique Winter Popea. She was actually on our
Who?
Angelique Winter Popea.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know Angelique. Yes,
Yeah,
sir. She's one of the OGs of
yeah.
DFW Pro. Yes,
She was on
sir.
our show. We've seen Alejandra Lyon. Y'all are definitely impressing down there. Y'all are definitely churning out, a lot of, great people from there. And, it's I know Dallas right now is definitely glad to have DFW in their city. I know that for a fact.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And like I say, it's plenty of promotions in Dallas that's killing it. And I'm like I said, I'm just happy that not only is it close to home, but I'm able to be a part of it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's I'm very glad that you actually stuck to it and now you're doing your thing, as a pro wrestler. And from what I've seen, man, it could only go up for you. It could
Yes,
definitely only
sir.
go up. So I gotta ask you now, man. So what was it like working for like eight? I know Rob is curious about Impact. He's gonna ask about Impact and whatnot, but
Mhm.
what was it like stepping in the ring for AEW, being on national TV? mixing it up with Wardlow. Like, were you nervous, or were you like, you know what, I got this? I got, I'm from Texas. I got some of the best training. Home of the Von Erichs and Booker T and all that. I got this, man. Wardlow don't know what it is and what's up, and he gonna learn today. What was going? Or was it a combination of both?
I don't think I was nervous. I mean, I always get a little anxious. I guess it's more anxiety, not anxiety really. I just get anxious, I guess, because um, let me scratch. I get excited, so it was more excitement, like pent up excitement that I had to keep inside. Due to professionalism. Um, but like I said previously, I didn't even know I was going to get that match, man. Literally 20 minutes before. I'm sitting there backstage, just happy to be there. Happy to be there watching the show with everyone in the back, and then I just hear my name get called, and they say, "Yeah, man, you're gonna be wrestling Warlord." I'm like, "Okay, man, that's cool. That's dope." I got excited. I went and got dressed, and then about 15, 20 minutes later, I was getting escorted to the ring, and just going through my mind, man, was just like try to do the best I can to get noticed, to make some noise, or possibly turn this into a contract. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that was going through my mind.
Oh, you're on mute, man.
I tend to do that. Yeah, honestly, you did pretty well. I saw that power bomb though. Woof, that was a serious man. When I saw you take that power bomb and the after effect, that reminded me of when Shawn Michaels faced Sid Vicious. There was
Yeah.
I think it was either Robbie might know better. My mind is fading, but I think it was either Royal Rumble '97 or it was Survivor Series '96. One of the two. And it was a move that he did, and Shawn Michaels ended up rolling back and going straight up. Shawn Michaels always got to do the craziness whenever he gets
Yes,
hit.
sir.
But that was the same way. And I'm not making fun of you, but I was like, man, that was a serious power bomb, man. Like, sheesh.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was crazy, man. I didn't even notice I did that until I saw the video. I saw everything on Twitter. Because when I got to the back, everybody was, clapping and applauding and like saying it was a good job selling. And I was like, well, cool, like good. But it wasn't until I got my phone and I started going through my social media, and I'm like, when did I do? It's just I guess it's just a natural thing for me to do sometimes. And like I said, I was trying to get noticed, I guess, and trying to make everybody pay attention.
Yeah, you're definitely headed in the right direction, because the fact that you went backstage and everybody was clapping, that shows you're on the right path. And like I said, and I honestly wish the best for you. Best believe if I see, Exodus Prime, is All Elite, or Exodus Prime signs with WWE or Impact, I'm like, yo, he did it. And then I'm gonna thank Keith. I'm gonna hit up Keith. I'm like, hey, yo, Keith, thank you for telling me about Exodus Prime. And I could definitely say, yeah, one of our alumni guests actually did the damn thing, and now he's signed. You know what I'm saying? So, and I
Yes,
like
sir.
seeing that. We've had people before that were on here from Texas that were signed. We had Roxanne Perez, and we
Yes,
had
sir.
AQA on our show. They're both signed, and it wouldn't surprise me. Another guy who I'm actually surprised has not been signed, and I'm hoping it happens very soon. Mysterious Q. I've gotten to
Yeah,
see the
super
brother
solid.
actually wrestle up here in New York, because I'm in Brooklyn, New York. I
All
got
right.
to see him wrestle up here, and to me, that says a lot when people from up north are asking for you to be on their shows. Him and Brian Keith. I got to see Brian Keith against Darius Carter over in New Jersey. So those two are definitely doing good, and it's only to me, it's only a matter of time. It's definitely only a matter of time.
And man, I'm trying to get up there to the East Coast, man, and show them how these Dallas boys do it, man. How these because
Hey,
we can do it too, man.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm a, I'm gonna start some stuff. So there's a thing called Black Wrestle Fest. It's happening June 17th. Shout out to Danielle and the rest of the Pretty Heels. They're the ones that are actually putting together that are actually putting together that event, and basically it's celebrating black wrestlers in obviously in professional wrestling, people that have actually that are referees, people that are gear makers. I went to the last one. It was a 2-day event, and we had a woman by the name of Yolanda Jernigan,
Mm-hmm.
and she has made gear for people like Sheamus, like
Mm-hmm.
Cesaro, numerous people in the WWE, and she was on there too. And we had a lot of great people, we had commentators. So I would say you want to make it up to east, up to the Northeast. Those are the people definitely to hit up. Black WrestleFest,
Yeah,
and
appreciate that.
you know, I'm from Dallas, the hotbed. One third of the hotbed, or 1/4 of the hotbed in Texas when it comes to wrestling. Been
Yeah,
on AEW and Impact. Let me in.
yeah,
But
for sure.
I'm definitely hoping that you get a chance to wrestle up here, because the crowds up here, they're different. And I tell people, like, it's a different, and it's a good different. It's a good,
Yeah, no,
but it's very
different
different.
style. Yeah,
Yeah, when you wrestle up here in New York and so on. So I'm definitely hoping that you get that chance, and hopefully you get to wrestle all over the country, man. You could go New York, go to Florida, check out Georgia, check out Chi-Town, Chicago, check out LA, and all them places, man. Just go all over, man. It's different seasons, different flavors. I've been fortunate to see wrestling, I think, in like 5 countries now. So yeah, it's definitely a different vibe in each one.
dope. Yes, sir. That's awesome. And hopefully, like I say, man, like not only I want to do this, nationally, but internationally also. So, um, that's the goal, man. Like just to get the experience from everywhere: Mexico, Japan, Australia, Puerto Rico, wherever. You know what I'm saying? India.
I could tell you
I
right
want.
now. I could tell you right now that if you go to Japan, because I was in the Navy, I was stationed there for 3 years. If you go to Japan, take it with a smile. Like take those, or take that booking with a smile, and head over there and just embrace the culture, because trust me, it is a vibe over there. I can't wait to go back. I'm definitely gonna go back eventually, but it's nice over there. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you single, you might not be single for long over there. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So yeah.
Nah, man, I'm married, man, so I ain't
Oh,
worried
my
about
bad, my bad.
that. No, you
My apologies, Mr.
good.
Pride. Please don't kill me.
Nah, you good, bro. Nah,
Yeah,
but nah, nah, I'm going over there strictly for business, man.
yeah, get that. Yeah, definitely just get that bag, man. Just get that bag, get that experience, and then you could say, yeah, I did tours in Japan, Australia, Europe, and so on. And when you go to Japan, I don't know if you know, but there's a place called Ribero's. You got to get your jacket, man.
Okay.
You got it. So I don't know if I don't know if a lot of wrestlers know this, but there's a unofficial ritual, or I don't know if it's official in the wrestling world, where if you're a pro wrestler, Ribero's a steakhouse. It's a Japanese steakhouse. It's somewhere in Tokyo. I never got a chance to go there, but whenever you go there, the owner gives you a jacket if you're a pro wrestler. Hulk Hogan has
Oh.
gotten one. John Cena has gotten one. Actually, Monet, is it Monet Banks or Mercedes
Um.
Bernardo, the former Sasha Banks?
Yeah.
Her, Naomi, and Bailey just got theirs too. So make sure you head over there and get your jacket as well too.
Oh yeah. I definitely gonna do that.
So you grew up watching the Hardy Boys, and you've been a singles champion a few times. So, but if you had to go after the tag team titles, who would be your running buddy? Who would be your go-to guy to go after some titles?
Man, it'd be Randy Orton, man. I just feel like Matt Riddle just stole the storyline that was meant for me, man. Cause like it would be Randy Orton, man. Like real talk. Cause
Better watch out for the
that's
Viper though, because the Viper's a complex guy. I'm just saying.
Hey, that's cool, man. Like, see, but the difference between me and everybody else is I understand. So it's no hard feelings, bro. Like, go do what you got to do. But for the time that we get those titles, it's gonna be an amazing time. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. I can see it now. Yo, Prime Vipers. Wow, that'd be something.
Yeah.
Hey, it might not sound like much of a name now, but when it catches on, hey,
No, I said no. Prime Vipers or what? Let me see. Dang. I don't even want to embarrass myself, so we're gonna stick with Prime Vipers.
hey, you never know. You never trust me. I mean, I was telling somebody the other day, you never know what fans might catch on. People said they're gonna start calling, Vince and the gang said they're gonna start calling Becky Lynch the man. And people were like, but she's a woman. And then all of a sudden, yeah, it's the man, Becky Lynch.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
people at one point weren't, singing along to Seth Rollins song. Now they're singing along to it, they're humming along to a song. So you never know what's gonna catch on. I mean, Prime Vipers, that might be that name. Somebody get off work, with an overbearing boss. They just want to unwind, watch some wrestling. Oh snap, WWE's in town. Yo, I'm gonna pay my money to see Prime Vipers, man. Randy Orton next Prime. Take my
yeah.
money and run me that ticket.
I feel that. I feel that. Like I say, bro, I feel it 100%, 1,000%.
Definitely, man. I'll tell you what. I'll make you a promise. If that happens, I would definitely buy me a T-shirt. I'll model that joint on Instagram. Like, yeah, get your Prime Vipers T-shirt. Support the
I'm hold
brother.
you to
Support
that.
Randy Orton.
I'm hold you to that.
Yeah. So I just got two more questions before I turn over to Rob. So you face a good amount of people, man. Like I said, Edge Stone, Jason Silver, who he looks small but dude's tough as hell, and Brian Keith, and you even face Davey Richards and Wardlow. Who are your top five that you want to face in the near future? They could be from anywhere.
Well, I say off the rip, I want Myron Reed. Um, I've been wanting that match for a while. Um, of course, if we talk about anybody, Randy Orton is going to be there too. Let me see. Or is it somebody or is it people that's realistic? Is what you're saying?
Hey,
Or anybody?
you never know.
Okay,
Like I said, stuff could
okay,
happen.
big. Okay, I would want Will Ospreay. There's three. Kenny Omega and Jay White.
Awesome. That's a cool list. You never know. It could happen. You were on
Yeah,
AEW before. AEW Dark. Kenny Omega's going up against the newcomer Exodus Prime.
yeah. Like I say, you're right. Never say never.
Stuff can happen. You never know.
It could.
So my last question before I turn it over to Rob. You also mentioned that you're a rapper,
Yes,
and
sir.
you got them bars and whatnot. I know Texas, y'all got a different flow from New York, but y'all still go hard. You know what I'm saying? Slim Thug, and all them, um, down there in Texas. You got Paul Wall, you got Chameleon here. But who are your top five inspirations in regards to like hip hop?
Out the rip, it'll be Jay-Z, Kanye, Lupe, Tyler, and Pharrell.
Oh, so you like that conscious? Oh, okay, okay. Honestly, you're probably the first person, and I don't mean no slight with this whatsoever, no disrespect. You're like the first person on text I've actually heard like say that, because I know like the people I talk to, they say you normally see they say Slim Thug, he's that dude down there. You got
Yeah,
Chameleon. I love me some Chameleon. Chameleon is my guy. You know,
Pimp
um,
City. That's my boy.
Pimp C,
yeah,
and
Paul Wall.
the younger generation, a lot of them say
Mike
Migos.
Jones.
Yeah, Mike Jones. Some of them say, like today's hip hop artists, they say the inspirations Migos, and they
yeah.
also say, um, and some of them for some reason say Takeoff is the best one. I thought it was Quavo, but nah. After I heard Takeoff, I'm like, nah, it's Takeoff. Takeoff got it, and I'm not just
Yeah,
saying that. He really was that dude. R.I.P.
yeah,
Takeoff. And then they
yeah,
also say, sometimes some tend to say the baby is one of
yeah.
theirs. It's one of theirs too. But yeah, that's a pretty good list. Lupe Fiasco. That's my guy. That's definitely one of my. I don't have a top 5, but I have a top 10 because I grew up listening to like older hip hop and so on. But for like modern day, like if I had to choose from like 2010 to like now, Lupe would definitely be on that list.
Yeah.
Definitely a great
Yeah,
artist.
like I think I'm naturally influenced by Southern music just because I am from the South. Um, and I always heard it, whether it's subconscious, but music that I always caught like my ears growing up was like Jay-Z and Kanye and the East Coast Midwest type music. So that's always been my go-to growing up.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a good list. But I gotta say, man, I wish you like best of luck with your wrestling career. Like I said, man, I'm not just saying this because you're in front of me. You on your way, man. It's only a
Thank you
matter
so
of
much, brother.
time, and the hip hop music, like you guys, when there's shows, then you gotta shoot us that link, man. Because I like listen to. I'm a weirdo now. Like now, I don't really like too much mainstream. I like to hear like independent artists. I'm
Yeah,
crazy like that. For some
I'm
reason.
definitely gonna shoot y'all that link.
Yeah, you definitely shoot us that link, once we're about to wrap up the show. But before you do that, I'm gonna turn it over to Rob Bates. Kind of Rob has a couple of questions for you. So Rob, go ahead, man. The floor is yours. We
All
lost
right,
some
Yes,
song. Here you go.
all right, sweet. Thanks, man. So what's going on, man? How was your day today? You
it
ain't
was
do anything
amazing, man.
crazy?
Nah,
Anything
man, I
crazy
just spent
happen?
time. Nope, just spend time with my wife and my children, man. That was it.
Word up. Sounds good to me, man. So,
Yes,
you're over
sir.
there in Dallas, man. How the Cowboys doing right now? Last I seen, the score was 6-3 before we came on.
Um, it's
Are
gonna
you
be a
watching
shocker,
it?
man. Like I don't even watch sports, man. I
Oh, okay.
don't even watch sports, but like even though I'm from Dallas, man, I want the Cowboys to lose. So, what was they losing when you saw it?
No, no, no. They were up. It was only 6-3 though. You know what I
Ah,
mean? It
man.
was a
So,
field goal thing. So yeah, it was
ah, man.
early. I think it
So,
was like first
so,
quarter.
so,
So
so
yeah.
hopefully they lose, man, because I can't stand the Cowboys fan, man. So, like
There
I
you
said,
go.
I don't watch sports, bro. But like, I'm aware and I know of, and I don't want the Cowboys to win, man.
Oh yeah, I have a Cowboys fan. I'm here in Delaware, man. There's like Cowboys fans and stuff, and them and the Eagles, you know what I mean? That because with the Phillies
Oh
right here,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Oh, they'll go at it. And I have some friends that are Dallas fans, and sometimes they're delusional. Some years, man. I remember one year, I swear, my buddy looked me in the soles of my eyes and was like, "Dallas is going undefeated this year. Nobody can beat them. Who's going to beat them?" I'm like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, you're saying Tony Romo better than Tom Brady or whatever." It was with Romo was still there. Yeah,
yeah.
they're going to do that. All right, they were like 8-8 that year. I was like, oh
It's every
yeah,
year,
okay,
man. It's
yeah.
every year, man.
I was like, oh man. See, I'm a Dolphins fan. I'm like, I'm at least realistic, man. I'm like, they might do it. A lot of years. It's like, oh no, they ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean? I'm just
Yeah.
taking a bye year this year.
Now the Cowboys fans, like they win one game, man, and they go into the Super Bowl, man. So I just say,
Mhm.
all right, we'll see.
There you go. So, man, I got to ask you about your name, man. Exodus Prime, man. That is an awesome name. The only Prime that I know is Optimus. You know what I mean? He was my
Yes,
boy
sir.
since I was a little kid, man. So, how'd you come up with Exodus Prime, man?
Yeah, so like before I started training at DFW, I actually used to go train with these guys. They didn't have a ring. They just was former wrestlers who were trying to start a wrestling school and wrestling promotion. But they just like, hey man, you're gonna need a wrestling name. And I was like, maybe Exodius Prime. And it was just really random. And when I thought about Exodius Prime, I just liked the way that it sounded for one. But the Exodius came from Yu-Gi-Oh! Like the 5 pieces of Exodius. And he was like, this sounds cool, but Exodius is kind of long. What about Exodus? I'm like, well, I like Exodus also. So that's pretty much how the name came together, just simply because I like the way that it sounded.
That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, the name does sound awesome, man.
Yes,
So,
sir.
you were saying last year, was your best year and stuff. You know what I mean? When you were saying that, I was getting ready. I thought you were getting ready to follow it up with, man, 2022 was such a good year. I think from now on, I'm going to start riding a blimp. You know what I mean? I thought you were going to say that, so I was like, oh, man, you get that spit them bars out there. I was like, all right. So, so 2023, man. Do you have it? Are you? When's your next show? Are you all booked up, man? Do you have stuff coming up? Down the pike. Are you good to go?
Yes, sir, man. Like I'm booked up until May, man. I'm up and down Texas, man. I'm trying to get out of state, but a little bit more, and that's probably gonna be more towards the summer months when my kids are out of school. It'll be a little bit easier.
Hmm.
Um, but um, but yeah, but right now I'm booked up until May, from MPX to PWF, to King of Sports Pro Wrestling, um, Waco Association Wrestling, Lone Star Wrestling. Um, who else? Yeah, man, I'm everywhere, man. Like, up and down Texas, Inspire, down there in Austin. Um, yeah, man. DFW All Pro BIP Wrestling up here in Dallas and Haltom City. So that's from now until every weekend is booked, man. I just did a 4 day last week, a 4 day weekend. So it just is the same thing I've been doing since June 2020, and it's working and prove to everybody that I'm built for this, man. Like no injuries. Um, Never having a bad match. It's always putting consistent, good or great matches every day. Every day I'm out there.
That's right. That's right. Now you're saying, be easier to travel when your kids get out of school, man. So I gotta ask, man, how your kids feel about Pop being a wrestler, man? They brag to their friends, be like, yo, man, my dad tear y'all's Pop up, man. Get them in the ring, man. See what they can do.
Well, like I said, I have an 8-year old daughter. And she's kind of in and out of with wrestling. Like
Okay.
she loves going to the shows, man. But like I don't think she really like tell her friends about it that often. But ironically, her best friends are my coach's kids. So
Oh, okay.
they and neither one of them are interested in wrestling. So they hardly ever really talk they hardly really talk about it. And then my other daughter is 7 months, so she don't really know
Oh, okay.
about it. So but
Okay,
now
yeah, so
for my
she don't even know what you do yet.
yeah, no, but my older daughter, she loves it, man. She cheers for me. Um, she will watch wrestling with me from time to time, but she loves going to the shows, and she loves seeing me perform. And I know she's proud that I'm a wrestler, and I know that like um she actually wants me to go do career day and talk to her
Ooh,
school about me being a wrestler. So I think that's pretty cool.
that's awesome, man. You gotta bring your championships up there too. Be like, yeah, see what y'all can do. You know what I mean? Like, damn.
Yes,
Oh man, that would be awesome.
yes,
Man,
sir.
man, that would be awesome, man. Yeah, I couldn't imagine that if I was a kid. You know what I mean? Somebody's, my classmates, parent or whatever was a wrestler or somebody in their family. I just be, oh man, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, man. Because like the greatest thing is, man, growing up in Texas, like before I started wrestling, man, I never met a wrestler in my life until I started wrestling. Not
Mm.
once. Until I started wrestling and that was 27 years, man. 27 years. I never met like an amateur, an independent wrestler. I didn't even know that it was so much wrestling in Texas until I actually
Mm.
started wrestling. And so for me, I can understand it for her because for me, I that was like a different world. Like I didn't even
Yeah.
think that was even possible for me. You know what I mean? So
Hmm. Yeah, I understand that, man. Now, when your daughter goes there, does she have any of her favorites? You know what I mean, or is Dad the favorite? She go, oh, Dad, I like this one.
nah.
Or this one.
She usually like the girls better.
Hmm.
So I know one of her favorite wrestlers like Alejandra Lion. Like that's one of her favorite
Okay,
wrestlers. But other than that, like any female wrestler is her favorite wrestler. So
that's awesome. Yeah, my
Yes,
parents
sir.
and my sister, my family, they'll come, because I ref and stuff over here, one CW, CCW, whatever, when they had that.
Hmm.
The CCW, is the women, wrestling, and they're always like, yeah, they had their favorites. They'll ask me, they'll be like, oh man, you got a show this weekend? Be like, it's Willow Nightingale's their favorite, because they seen her,
Oh
they
yeah.
think that she's the greatest, and they're like, is Willow wrestling tonight? It's like, no, 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 I don't think she's gonna be there tonight, but I'm doing like 4 or 5 matches tonight or something. They're like, uh. All right, yeah, I guess we'll go check you out. Oh, thanks, yeah, I'm just, they've all messed with me like that. Oh man,
That's how they
so
do,
now they don't do
man.
that. Yeah, I'm messing with you. My mom will see this. She'll probably like, we don't do that to you. We're always happy to come to your show. Making us look bad. I'm like, nah, yeah, you're good. I'm just joking. So have you been out of Texas yet for wrestling, or has that just been around Texas so far?
No, I've wrestled in Colorado.
Oh,
Before
nice.
I wrestled in Florida. A couple years ago. Um, yeah, but mainly those it's pretty much the only two states I've been to so far. But other than that, man, I've mainly just been up and down Texas. Like I say, it's a goal of mine to wrestle out of Texas, but just with my personal life, it has to make sense. You know what I mean? It has to make sense for me to travel.
Hmm.
Um, and so far, I haven't been contacted or I haven't just found the opportunity where it made sense for me in the promotion to do business with each other.
That's right. So, traveling around Texas and stuff, I do gotta ask, do you have any like funny travel stories that have happened to you? Like, in Chupacabra, living down that way or whatever, man. Have you ran into something like that, or something crazy, or has it just been
Nah,
pretty cool and
man,
chill?
it's just real long, just the real long, just road and more road and more road. Like it's just ridiculous that you could drive for so long and still be in one state, man. Like it's it's terrible, man. But not like depending on like because a lot of drives I actually do alone simply because I'm usually booked by myself
Hmm.
or I have to or other people want to stay and I like to come straight home. But that's really the hardest thing is just on the way back, coming in late, having to stay up. But usually when you make the drive with a car full of wrestlers, man, the drives are always easy and it's always a
Hmm.
good time. But it's never nothing. It had been the craziest thing is just getting a flat tire under a tornado warning. That was
Okay.
the worst. That was the worst thing that happened. Just getting a flat tire in the tornado warning, and it's
Okay.
flood and it's flash flooding all around us and stuff. So that was the worst thing.
Do y'all got have you seen those, what are they called? The armadillo things, man, where they ball up and, like in the armor or whatever, them
Yeah,
things. You don't got them things over there?
that's mainly in West Texas, man. Like, and I don't go to West
Okay.
Texas too often.
Okay.
Too often. I'm usually like in like Central, North Texas, Central Texas, and South Texas, like in
Mhm.
Houston, San Antonio, Austin, Waco, and then I go a little bit to East Texas a lot. So, but I don't really go out. I haven't been to West Texas in over a year, and that's really where you
Okay.
mainly see like the armadillos and stuff over that way.
Okay. Yeah, I always ask that because, yeah, here where I'm at, man, we don't have anything. We got deer, raccoons, rabbits. That's about we got the basic animals, dogs and cats. That's about what we're basic over here, man. We ain't got
Yeah, that's
nothing.
what I'm
We ain't
saying.
even
Like,
got bears or anything. No mountain lions, no nothing.
but you know what I'm saying that's how big Texas is, man. Because
Yeah.
like I'm in Dallas, man, and like that's all we have is the things that you name. Like you don't really
Hmm.
see the desert animals or like the Texas animals unless you go about 4 hours west, and then that's when
Hmm.
you start seeing all that.
Yeah, because I have a buddy of mine. He has family in Texas, and I remember he went there one year, and he was like, "Yeah, we're visiting," and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna let's go to the campground or whatever, and hang out for like a day or two." He's like, "Yeah, yeah, let's go to the campground." He said they were driving for like 6 hours. He's like, "Yo, where are we at? Like, yeah, are we in a different state?" He's like, "No, we're still in Texas. We're going to drive to the campground." It's like, 6 hours away. Like, what in the world, man? We'd be like over here. It's like you'd be like in different states by now, man. It's like,
Yeah,
geez, like, oh man.
I know. I heard on the East Coast, man, if you drive 6 hours one direction, north to south, you probably gonna go through like 4 or 5 states.
hmm Yeah, I'm in Delaware. I can get to where Remy is in New York in like, depending on traffic, about 4 or 5 hours. You know what I mean? So 6 hours. I'd be a little bit farther, man. Probably like Boston, maybe, or something like that. Maybe I
and
don't know.
and this was crazy. It takes 4.5 hours from Dallas to Houston.
Woo.
So and we're going to Galveston. It's like 6 hours. And then
Yeah. Oh man.
if you're going even further down, I'm I'm losing. But if you're going even further down, I can't even think of the name. Um, but it's like 8 to 9 hours. You still be in Texas. You drive 6 or 7 hours west, you'll still be in Texas. It's just
Yeah.
that
True.
since I'm in Dallas, we're north. I can get to Oklahoma. I can get to Oklahoma in like an hour. You know what I'm
Oh, okay.
saying?
That's
But
fair.
yeah, but everywhere else. But if you're in Austin, it takes you literally like at least 5 hours to get to anywhere, like to close to another state. But since I'm in Dallas, I can get to Oklahoma in like an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. That's awesome. That's pretty cool. Now I
And
gotta ask, man.
Arkansas. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. Now I do gotta ask, man. I was doing a little research and stuff, man. I seen your little Xbox controller, man. And you had the Contra code on there. Now I've always used the Contra code ever since I was a kid. Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start. And if I had my brother with me, it was BA select start. You know what I mean? So we could
Yeah.
do the two-player. So 30 men. So I gotta ask, man, are you gaming anything right? Are you playing anything right now? And what's your favorite of all time? Your favorite game?
Oh man. So right now, man, like I've been living on Xbox Game Pass, man. So
Ooh,
I just be
yes,
playing.
me too.
I play everything because it's really no commitment I got to make to a game. But what I mainly play on is Fortnite, man. I know people got their feelings about Fortnite, but Fortnite is a perfect battle royale game, and it's cross play. Everybody, you can play with everybody. So I play with my daughter a lot. I play with my best friends and a lot of other wrestlers. But as far as single player games, that Monster Hunter Rise just dropped. I'm getting into
Oh,
that,
okay.
and then I've been really starting to get more into the Metroidvania type games. So I've been playing Ori and the Blind Forest.
Okay.
I've been playing that recently. Um, but like often, I just kind of like jump game to game. Like today, I just decided to hop in my buddy's Minecraft realm and build me a little apartment on the side of a mountain. just cause, just cause, like so. And that's why I love Game Pass, man. I ain't got to commit to nothing, and I just live on Game Pass. So
Yeah, I like Game Pass also, man. Yeah, they'll have some awesome games on there. Like I downloaded a Persona Royale or Persona
oh
5 on
yeah,
there. I haven't
yeah.
played it yet because I've been on my Switch, playing my Switch for like the past month or so. So a little behind on Xbox, man. Because I'm trying to get on my Switch games, but yeah, I'll get there though, man. Yeah, I love Game Pass. It's awesome.
Man, like I love VR, man. Like because I have the OG Oculus, man, but
hmm
Facebook done ruined it, man. Like they
Oh,
done ruined it, man. And then like they're not even supporting the original Oculus anymore. So you can't even do party chat and
mm,
stuff like that no more. And they're stopping supporting games. So I don't even want to use my Oculus no more. But I love VR, man. It just to me it's the future, man. Like once
mm,
just become when they start bundling it with like consoles for like not like
yeah.
the cost of an extra console, I feel like it's gonna catch
Mhm.
on much better.
I remember they had a VR thing for I think it was PlayStation, I believe, or whatever.
Yeah,
It was in
PSVR.
Walmart. Yeah, it was Walmart or Target or something. I was in there, and I remember playing it. It was the Batman one, and I remember I put it on or whatever. And I'm like deathly afraid of heights, man. Like I remember going to New York one time, and my friends and I we were going to the Empire State Building to go up to the thing, and I got about halfway up, man. I could just feel the building go like this and stuff. I start sweating, and I'm like, no, we gotta get off here, man. I'm good. I'll meet y'all down at the ground. Well, I play this Batman Arkham game. I put the thing on, right? I'm like looking around. Yeah, I look down, I'm on top of a building, like on a gargoyle, man. I'm like, oh no, I about soiled myself, in that store, man. I was like, no, I can't do that, man. I thought it was real. I was like, whoo, and my heart was like, man, my shirt was like, whoo, man.
Yeah, man, it definitely can do that, man. Especially when you playing like the first person shooters, and then you're creeping around, and then you turn around and somebody's right in front of you.
Mm.
It's a different feeling, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man, you were talking about, Fortnite and stuff. I remember the first time I played Fortnite, I was like, yeah, let me play that. I thought it was like Battle Royale was gonna be like Call of Duty or whatever. I remember the first time I like, had somebody lined up, like, oh, we're battling. I'm like, oh, I got this person. Then all of a sudden they just like built like this 3-story like the monstrosity. I was like, what are they done? What? Like I was confused, man. Then they just tore me up and stuff, man. The high ground. I was like, what are they doing? And I was like, oh man, this is a little complex for me, man. It's fun and all, but the building thing, I'm like, oh man, yeah, too much thinking for me.
Yeah, that's what made me stop playing it originally. But now, like for the past year or so, they got the no build mode, and that's what I live on
Mm.
now. So since they put the no build mode, like to me, like I say, it's the perfect battle royale game now.
Yeah, and Minecraft. I'm not creative enough to play Minecraft or whatever, man. Like I'm like, oh yeah, I have no designer ability, no architectural eye or anything in me, So I'm just like, yeah, I enjoy watching people's stuff, man, because I've watched people like literally build like Star Wars, like
Mm.
Death Star or something like that, or the planets and all that. I'm like, wow,
People
yeah.
people have built functioning computers and calculators on
Mhm.
Minecraft using like their little redstone logic stuff. It's crazy.
Hmm. Oh yeah, yeah, it's awesome, man. Yeah, yeah. I wish I had that kind of talent, man. That'd be yeah. I wish, man. It's one of the things, man. That singing and drawing, man. I wish I could do that, man. Any of them, man. It'd been awesome.
Well, like I said, at least with drawing, man, like, you just gotta practice, bro. If you just practice, watch some videos, you can do it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I guess so, man.
like
Yeah,
it's,
I mean, I don't really have a steady hand or whatever, but maybe I can, calm them down.
hey, you just create your own style. Maybe have like that Ricky Morty style, man.
Yeah,
Like I
there you go. Yeah, I'll
say.
be Rick and Morty. That's right. So, speaking of game, man, we're talking about what you play now, man. But like your all-time favorites, man. Like, what's your all-time favorite game?
um, with my all-time favorite would probably be Final Fantasy 8.
Ooh, yes, that's a good one.
Um, I know, like I say, it's Final Fantasy 8, and then it'll probably be between that and I say Halo 2.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, because those are the two. Well, Final Fantasy 8 is what got me hooked on turn-based RPGs and got me hooked on that, and really inspired like a lot of my like musical choices and a lot of stuff. And then Halo 2 is probably the game that I probably played the most in my entire life.
Okay. I like both of those games, man. My buddy, Easy, man, he loves Final Fantasy 8 too, man. That's his one of his favorite games
Yeah.
too, man. I was like, see, I can't argue with that, man, because that's a real good game too, man. I like 7, 8, 4, all those,
Yeah.
man. They're real good, man.
I
They had
love
a run of them that were like real good.
Yeah, seven to me it's 7, 8, 9, 10. And to me 10 too. I know a lot of people hate 10 too. With Yuna, Riku, and I think
Yeah,
her name Pain, I think her name
yeah.
was. I know people hated it, but to me, that had the best turn-based battle system I've ever played. Like I love 10 two's battle system. So I take those run of like RPG games. And another game I wish they would bring back and remake that they haven't touched since like I think 99 is The Legend of the Dragoon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's an old school game, man.
Yeah, it's real. That's
Yeah.
PlayStation 1.
Ooh.
Yeah, man. I just wish they would either remake that or make a sequel or something, man. Like, and I know for years they would say like, oh, there's been rumors of them making a sequel, but it will always be false. So like I wish they would make a Legend of the Dragoon because I buy that like day one. I'm
That's
pre-ordering
right.
it.
That's right. Yeah, see, my favorite game is the Mass Effect trilogy. I always cheat, man. They're like, yeah, I just throw
Man,
all three in there because I just play. If I play first one, I'm playing all three, man. I can't just stop there, man. I always get that when they did the what was it the collection or whatever. Yeah, I got it for Xbox and stuff. I'm like, man, I might get it for my PC or something, man. Dude, I got it for Switch. I might get it for Switch. Get it for everything, man. I want to lay in
It-
bed, on my Switch, just playing Mass Effect or whatever. Like, here we go.
but see, you got Game Pass, so you can do that now because
Yeah.
they got the whole thing on Game Pass, and that's I
Hmm.
got a on my phone. I got like a little attachment that pretty much turns it into a Switch.
Hmm.
So that's how I be playing most of my games on Game Pass with the cloud.
Yeah. Yeah, I am playing the old school Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic
Oh, okay.
on my Switch too, man. I'm trying to get on that, man. It's been a long time since I played it. Yeah, one of my
That's
favorites,
dope.
man.
That's
Yeah, I like
dope,
them
man.
RPG games too, man. Yeah, the little turn-based stuff, man. They're always fun, man.
Yes, sir.
So I gotta ask, are there any new movies and TV shows you're watching right now? Because I'm always, trying to find something new. Because I always get stuck watching the same thing over and over again, like comfort shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm the same way. But I recently got hooked on Snowfall.
Ooh, okay.
And man, like it they currently have 5 seasons out at 10 episodes, about 50 episodes. I binged the whole thing like a week and a half, man. I was hooked. Um man, it's another show coming. It's another
Sensation.
show. I'm about to watch that 90s show tonight.
Okay.
And it's another show that I was going to watch. I can't remember. It kind of just slipped my mind. But it's pretty much the only two shows, honestly, Snowfall and that 90s show that I'm kind of looking forward to.
Yeah, I was debating on that '90s show, man. I was kind of I want to see how people, some of my friends, watch it and how they react to, if they like it or whatever, because I'm a little iffy on it because I love that '70s show, except for like the last
Yeah.
season or two or whatever. But
Yeah, that
yeah,
last
I was
season was
like,
kind of booty.
I'm kind of I'm hoping they didn't Disney Channel it. You know what I mean? Like, I hope they didn't do that to it. I hope it's still kind of
Nah,
like a little edgy or
I
whatever.
heard I heard that it was still good, but I would say another movie that's coming out in March that I'm really excited for is Scream 5, I think, was it 6.
Yeah,
Well, a new
yeah,
screen
okay.
coming out. There's gonna be a new screen coming out that's gonna be in New York, and like
Yeah.
it's crazy they're taking it away from what's it called Woodsboro. So Scream, I don't really care for horror movies or scary movies, but Scream is like it's one of my favorite movie franchises of all time. So
Yeah, I remember
I'm
going
excited for
seeing
that.
the first Scream in theaters. I was 16, and I remember just like walking up. Yeah, because where I lived, they didn't care, man. I remember being I was in sixth grade, and they let me just buy a ticket to go see Don't Be a Menace to South Central, go drinking your juice in the hood.
Just
No mom and dad are there, just a bunch of kids. They're just like, yeah, go in there. God, we don't give a damn. Oh man. So yeah, I remember going to see the first Scream, and I was like, "Yeah, this is awesome, man. It was nothing I've seen before at that. Up to that point, I was like, I like this.
yeah, I remember seeing Scream. Yeah, I remember seeing Scream 3 in theaters, and I was 9. So I believe you, man. They didn't care. They just
Oh
let you
yeah,
in
and then
there.
this, I remember the Saw one. I remember watching that one in theaters. I remember that one. I was like, I brought a date to there, and I was like, yeah, we got a scary movie here. Like, oh yeah, do that thing. No, I remember everybody was sitting there in the movie, just like, all right, who did that? And then when the twist came, everybody went. Oh man, I was like, you can hear the theater. I was like, oh man. So I always like the watching the little twist in the Saw movies too, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're always good. And yeah, we had somebody on asked if have you seen Alice in Borderlands? I haven't. I've seen the thing, but I haven't watched it
I
yet.
haven't seen it.
Yeah. Now I played the game Borderlands and stuff. It's a pretty cool game, man. But yeah, I haven't done that Alice in Borderlands.
Yeah, it's real good. Yeah, man. Have you got to play the Tiny Tina's Wonderlands?
Oh yeah, yeah. It came with which one was it? It was two or three or something. Yeah, I remember. I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I want to play that one. It's like you got the magic and stuff. I'm gonna wait till it go down to about $20, then I'm gonna get it.
There you go. I think I got it for it was on sale. It was like a collection. I think I got it for like
Oh, okay.
10, $20, man. It was like on sale like GameStop or something, man. I was like, all right, yeah, I'll grab
Dang.
this. Yeah,
Dang, I
it
didn't
was
know.
something cool, man. I lucked out on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like I also got a Mafia. It was Mafia 3. It was like the collector's edition, like with records and all that. The big thing. It was like $40. It was sitting there. They were trying to get rid of it. I was like, I want to play this game, you know. I haven't, you know. All right, yeah, let me grab this one, you know, because the other one was like 30 on the shelf. I was like, I'll pay extra 10 for all this, you know. Here,
Nah, that's good. That's a good bargain, man.
that's right. So before I, pass it on back to Remy or whatever, I gotta ask, I gotta say, thank you for coming on the show, taking time out of your busy schedule, chatting with us, man. I had a blast. I wish you and your family nothing but the positive things that happen to y'all. I hope hopefully you get around the country and everywhere else. Start winning gold everywhere across the country, across the world, achieving your dreams and doing all that good stuff, man.
Thank you so much, Rob, man. I really appreciate it, man. And same to you, brother.
Exodus, thank you very much. We really appreciate you, taking time out, just to shoot the breeze about wrestling. Um, we definitely wish you all the best, and we know that you're definitely gonna kill it. You're definitely on the right track. We can definitely see big things for you happening, and I know it's gonna happen real soon. And you're definitely gonna end up, up here in New York eventually. I know it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of
Yes,
when.
sir.
So,
Yes, sir. Thank
um,
you so much, Remy.
yeah, we wish you all the best. And before we shut this show down, where can fans find you on social media when they want to find out your next appearances, purchase, Exodus Prime merchandise, and where can or when they want to hear your music, and where can bookers and promoters find you when they want to book you for their shows as well?
All righty. Yes, sir. So on Instagram and Twitter, it'll be at the underscore mass MASS underscore Exodus. So that'll be the mass Exodus. On Facebook, just search Exodus Prime. If you want to listen to my music, I'm on all streaming platforms, Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube for free. You can add me to your stories on Facebook, Instagram, anywhere music is. I'm everywhere. And you just search my real name, which is Miguel Starks. That's MA apostrophe capital GAYLE STARKS, like Tony Stark, but Miguel Starks. And go to YouTube, because if you put in Miguel Starks on YouTube, my whole catalog is going to pop up, and it's free. You don't got to have no subscription. You can stream it, you can download it, you can do whatever. And promoters, if you want to book me, if you need my email, that's exodusprime1up@yahoo.com. Or you can just always just hit me up on social media, hit my DMs. I'm in my DMs all the time, looking for opportunities, looking to do business. So hit me up and let's make match.
So y'all definitely heard, he gave his social media links. Definitely check him out. Check out his music. Cop the merchandise. Promoters, this man wants to travel. Hit him up. Black Wrestle
Yes,
Fest.
sir.
I'm a I'm gonna start some trouble. Y'all got a brother here that actually wants to be in New York. Y'all know June's coming up real soon. Definitely hit him up. He'll definitely be a great addition to y'all's show that y'all got going on June 17th. But
I appreciate that.
with that being said, once again, all the best to you. It's about time for us to wrap this show. My stomach is rumbling. My eyelids are getting heavy. That means it's time for dinner and a nap. But before I partake in those activities, hey, yo, Rob Bass, where can fans find you on social media when they want to talk wrestling, find out where your next appearances, purchase Rob Bass merchandise? Where can bookers and promoters find you when they want to book you for their shows?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, Rob underscore base 82, and Facebook, Rob Base. And then February, CCW got a show there. It's going to be in Jersey. I'm not sure. I might be there, whatever. I don't know what I'll be, dude in the back, time, whatever. But it's one CW, we'll be back in March in Houston. And the only matchup I know of going on right now is Ty Awesome versus Ranch Hand Carlson for the 1CW Pro Wrestling Championship. That's the only one I got right now. So check back or where for as the day gets closer for more details. I'll let you know.
Awesome. So y'all definitely make sure y'all follow Rob as well. Yes, February 4th is um, CCW. Make sure y'all check them out. Some of the best women in the country are going to be there, and you're going to see some new faces too. As a matter of fact, they have a woman by the name of Aisha who is from Australia. She's going to be there too, and you have a couple of new debuts that are going to be there as well. Definitely check them out. You will not be bored. I'm going to try my best to make it out there. New Yorkers, if I can make it out there, y'all can definitely do it too. So it's near Philadelphia. It's Westfield, New Jersey. Definitely check it out, and you'll definitely have a good time. Support indie wrestling. It's a good thing.
Yes, sir. Please, please.
And like I said, I keep saying this, and I'm gonna keep saying it. It's always a good feeling when you buy that indie, when you support that independent wrestler that's starting out. You buy their merch, you go to their shows, and next thing you know, ding ding ding, they get signed. And some jabroni comes and says, "Hey, I got the new Exodus Prime shirt from AEW shop or WB shop." And you're like, man, then you could be like, man, sit your ass down, man. I got his stuff from when he was on the indies, man. I'm a real fan. Yeah, it's always a great feeling. This right here, this is a Ricochet shirt. You can't find this on WB shop. I've had this since 2014. I got it when he was on the indies. So
exactly.
Here we go. I'm practicing what I preach. But
thank you.
Once again, if y'all want to find me on social media, not that I have a lot to say or anything cool to say, but who knows, maybe you'll catch me off guard. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at the Remy Blue. I'm also on Facebook under the alias Remy Blue as well. You can find me there. Our podcast is also on social media. We're on Twitter and Instagram at Ringside Society. You can check us out there. We're on Twitch at Ringside Society 2019. We're on Facebook as a Facebook group. We're also on Spotify. And we also have a Teespring store where we sell official Ringside Society merchandise. We have t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, long sleeve shirts. We even have coffee mugs for your favorite warm beverage. And Valentine's Day is coming up, so we have the Ringside Society Valentine's Day themed shirts and hoodies. Definitely grab one. They look good. I guarantee they'll look good on you, and they'll show pretty much that you love Valentine's, but you also love wrestling as well. Definitely check us out. Definitely check it out. You won't regret it. And we got a lot more designs coming soon, so just stay tuned. And all proceeds go back into keeping our show afloat. They did not go back into our pockets. Trust me. Rob and Kathy can definitely tell you as well too. We're not, pocketing that money at all. It all goes back into keeping Ringside Society afloat. And last but not least, we have a YouTube channel where we have cool interviews like this one with Exodus Prime, like the one we have with Kiefer Bartek and many other great people, not just from Texas, but from all over the world. Yes, we also interview people in England and other countries as well too. So definitely check us out. All you got to do is type in Ringside Society when you go to YouTube, and once you see that really good looking dark blue and light blue yin yang sound, the blue flames around it, that's when you know it's us. So make sure you subscribe to all our videos because we got a lot of cool stuff coming up, and you don't want to miss a thing like Aerosmith in 1998. But with that being said, we just want to thank everybody to tune in live tonight. We really and truly appreciate it. To those of y'all that are going to listen later on when you get a chance, thank you very much in advance. And those of y'all that hate us, can't stand us, really and truly wish we'd go away. Well, like myself at the Golden Corral and Rob Bass at the Taco Festival, we ain't going anywhere for a while.
They hate us because they ain't us. And
we ain't stopping. With that being said, we're very well aware that everybody and their grandparents and their parents have a podcast. It's not a secret. We know, we see it. But guess what? We're not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. Hey, yo, Rob Bass. One time for them. Drawing a blank. Yeah. One time for the mind. One time for the people. One time for the wrestling culture. One time for the great state of Texas and its wrestling and its wrestling scene and its wrestling fan base. And one time for rapper, pro wrestler who's on the right track and is going to get that fat contract from AEW, WWE, Impact. Hell, we might even see him in New Japan. Exodus Prime.
Woo!
What type of podcast are we?
We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast.
That's right. We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society, and we'll be back tomorrow with another great guest on another great episode. But until then, we just want y'all to do 4 favors for us. Stay safe, stay healthy, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes. We out. Peace.
See y'all. Good night. Stay classy, Delaware.